the blue goo.
Alrighty, y'all, good morning. Samsung. It keeps adding time. We've got bad suspension rods, but they're very expensive. We're gonna try some of this stuff. The blue dampening compound. Slap some in there and give it a shot. Let's do it. Alrighty, we got a huge load in there. So the first load, it just kept refilling and rewashing and trying to right the load. So these suspension rods are very expensive. So we're gonna try some of this dampening compound just to see what it does. All right. Disgusting. Try some of this. So I've never tried any dampening compound either from Samsung or anybody else, but I figured we'd try some of this blue stuff from Ben's Appliance and Junk, and I have no clue what I'm doing. I just plopped the cap up and started slathering some stuff on there. I don't know how much to use or what's a good amount, so winging it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and don't forget your protective gloves when you're working on this stuff. But yeah, thinking back on it, I probably should have just went ahead and slathered the whole dang thing up in these things. But in the end, we're gonna end up putting some aftermarket ones on there and giving it a shot. I might use the rest of this little tube on those just for added, insurance that they'll last. Definitely stiffer. Let's see what it does now. Normal 56 minutes. Spinning pretty good, actually. Got the doo-doo on me. Well, it's still trying to right the load, so I don't know if I did something wrong or what. But no change. Boo. Maybe I'll try and slather some more on there. I guess maybe I didn't give it enough. I don't know. All right, so I took one of the big old blankets out full of water, trying to get the water out. Gonna maybe try some of these aftermarket suspension rods. If you look, there's some dampening goop right there, and it's under the cap too, so I'll give it a shot. Always wear protection. Jump. Nice. Nice and heavy. I think these will work. All right, so since we got juice on these, I'm not even gonna try our blue stuff. Yeah. Samsung dryers are great. Like, they have 100,000 Phillipses, but you get in there, you fix what's wrong, and you're done. With these things, these aftermarket rods are a toss-up. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I'm hoping putting this blue compound on them, eventually it might take care of some of that speculation. But the washing machines, this is the only problem with them besides pumps. It's just, I wish it was that easy all the time. It's hard to do with wet clothes in there. But these are one of the most simplest rods to change. You just lift it up, slip it out of the bottom, slip it out of the top. Nothing to it. Do the opposite with the new ones. So simple. Oh, and Samsung, it would be nice if they actually put some hinges on the back of these things. They don't have hinges, so watch out. Because if you take the front screws and the back screws off and you lift that top, whoop, there it goes, sliding right down, ripping all the wires out. Tighter. I got a little water on the floor. Whoops. Okay. Let's try this again. Quick wash. 36 minutes. Pow. Let's see what it does now. Not giving up on the blue goo yet, but another commenter said that they use that on the aftermarkets and have never had a problem out of them, so we might slather some on them. Going into rinse. Let's see what happens. Alrighty. Soak up some of that water. Nice. Nice and spun out. Cool. Might as well try it again. We'll do it on a normal or something like that. Yeah, I forgot to mention, you have, on this particular unit, you have to take the little rubbers out. The little rubbers. And then there's Phillips head screws. There, and on the back here and over there. That's how you get the top up. So you can get to them. We're doing a super speed. So yeah, I'm not giving up on my juice here. I think I might put some on those aftermarkets just as extra insurance. Balanced them out pretty good. Down to our final spin. Cool. So that was a quick, easy, dirty suspension rod change on a Samsung top load washer. Yeah. Well, we've made it to the end of the video, and if you made it all the way through, you put the key word down in the comments. And today, it's wear your protection or glove up, because that stuff is tacky. It does not come off. I mean, you almost have to take your hand and rub it on the concrete to get it off. So don't get it on you. Don't get it on your clothes. Wear protection. But yeah, quick, easy fix. Those aftermarkets, they seem to work good, but you know, the originals are outrageous. 150 a piece. Yeah, I'll just part it out for that. But thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I'm struggling today, trying to get through it. Later. All right, y'all. Yeah, a little truck rant on the Samsung laundry equipment. You know, the dryers are fantastic. Good, quick money makers, and they work great. I'm not saying that they fail all the time. It's just like, if you get in there and it's got a bad pulley, you put a pulley in there, you're fine. You get in there, you got a bad element, you put an element in there, you're fine. But the washers, the original factory suspension rods, are outrageous. I saw where Sears had these for $150 a piece. Okay, that's ridiculous. You can find them for a lot of times $70 a piece, but even then, that's high. But the aftermarkets are so cheap, but they're hit and miss. Like, they don't work all the time, and that's the problem. They have so many different ones and so many little revisions on the end, A, B, F, C, V, W. It's hard to keep track of which ones actually work. I know one of the commenters, Shane, he said he uses the dampening compound on all of the aftermarkets, which is probably a great idea. So I'll probably start doing that and giving that a shot. going forward. But I just wish that with the washing machines, it was like, okay, suspension rods are bad. Slap some in there. You're done. You know, but it's just not that easy sometimes. But the front loads seem to last like longer than the top loads because they don't have this suspension rod problem. They have pump problems, but slap a pump in there and you're back in business. Okay, Samsung rant over. Good units, just the suspension rod thing is a problem. Ran over. Y'all have a good one. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate all the subscribers. Y'all have a great day.